All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here, joining me today as we do some Lego design work in studio. I hope you're having a good weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend, so most of us will have a long 3-day weekend. I hope you're having a good, safe, happy, fun, exciting weekend, and we'll get right into it here in a second. Hello, Black Brick Ops Lego, and hello, Missy. How are you? Thank you for being here. So the sandwich is done. I got confirmation from thundercloud that they liked it, but at the last second I thought, if they put it up somewhere, it's just gonna be sitting on some glass. Maybe we should give it a stand of some kind. So I asked them last minute because I was this close to just buying all the parts for it. I apologize. The pollen count is very high here today, and I'm very congested. I was out late last night watching Austin FC lose again, but so I'm. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a little congested. So anyway, we're gonna work on a stand. The best way I knew how to do a stand was the ship in a bottle stand. So I was looking at this before stream, trying to get some inspiration. And while I'm not going to do it exactly like this, I think I am going to do a long tile in the front so we can put their... I've got a friend who can print onto tiles and such, and so I asked if we could do maybe a print of their name, and then above it maybe a smaller tile with their lightning bolt in it. If you were to look at their logo, again, this is a local chain of sub shops here in Austin. They've got this logo that's like that, or let me see if I can find. There was another image in here that I thought was kind of good. This one's pretty good. Any variation of this, if I could get an official, this would be pretty good too. I might use that, see if I can do that. And just get it printed on a tile and put it up in the front, kind of like the way the ship in the bottle tile is kind of on the front here. Just kind of have it angled and whatever. So I'll figure that out. This doesn't need to have all these, the doodads in here with the map and the compass, and later on it's got some globes attached to it. We don't need to do all that. It doesn't need to have kind of the rounded filigree kind of thing, but I thought having sort of maybe a nautical theme for the stand would be kind of cool. Doesn't need these globe pieces really, but something similar to this setup. We'll go with that. So real quick, and I kind of wanted to be quick about it because I don't want to like spend a whole lot of time on this. And this just cradles in here. It's not attached, but I think I want this to attach somehow. The problem is this is all flipped over, so we'd have to do some inverted stuff. So let's get started. It could also cradle, I guess. That wouldn't be too bad. We could figure out some arch pieces and just kind of maybe throw this together. So yeah, so how's everybody doing? I hope you all are having a good weekend. Got some fun stuff planned for the Labor Day, the Labor Day weekend. See if that fits that slope. That might work out really well. That would work up until this point, right there. Yeah, we went to had a soccer game last night, Austin FC against Vancouver, and lost again. It was just a terrible game. The refereeing was bad. We didn't play very well on top of it. But I think the high point was it's Pride Month in Austin. There's kind of a national Pride Month in June, but Austin also does one in August, so they can have UT students celebrate as well when they come back to school. So that's kind of why there's another one in Austin in August. So TIFO, the banner raising, the meetup at the Hop Squad brewery beforehand, the march over, all of it was Pride related. There was a drag show at Hop Squad. We had a, a trans support TIFO go up. The march flags were all gay, non-binary, trans flags. So it was really, really great. Steampunk building ideas. That's the next thing I need to do. After this is going to be a big focus on, because I want to get something for the meeting, maybe showing some progress towards making this giant lighthouse and giant windmill. I still need to purchase some parts for that. I also would like to maybe purchase the whatever motor thing that I can get. I think it's the motor battery pack controller thing is no longer power functions. It's something else. It's like Spark or Bright or something. I have to look, but whatever it is, I need to get a set of that so I can start encasing those things and getting them geared right and everything. I'm going to take some inspiration from the actual lighthouse set in terms of the lighthouse, the light at the top itself. I think that's kind of a nice way to keep you from having to worry about cords being twisted. If you haven't built that set, it's basically you've got a power function in the base of the thing, and it turns an axle up top, and the axle will go all the way up, and then it's got a gear that then turns a piece here, and that piece has basically a mirror it's a sticker mirror. I might do something different to make it brighter. And then it has a lens, right? So it kind of is a little brighter. But then its light is basically just run right up here and it focuses right on the mirror. So the whole thing revolves around, it's more like an actual lighthouse where you have a light source and then a mirror kind of reflecting it around versus like a light in a rotating thing. So that was really smart, and it'd probably be the easiest way to do that. What I'm probably going to do is chain the two motors together. So I'm going to have one motor and it's going to be powering the windmill and then also powering the light at the top. So I have to build the base structure for that. So that's the next step. Trying to get a good angle, like how this would nestle the best in here. This isn't too bad, actually. The problem with these is mostly, you can see these lips that they have here. These kind of jut out, and it kind of ruins any sense of slope once you get it spun around like that. So I'm trying to find a good... although these are pretty good sizes too. These big ones. That's probably way too big. So yeah, last night was the party was fun. The atmosphere was fun. The game itself was frustrating as usual. So I'm really honored and privileged to be part of the Los Verdes group where they support people like that. I think this one may be the best. What colors do these come in? Oh, reddish brown. That's probably good. For 90 cents. So I'm probably not going to use a ton of these. Maybe 4. I don't need to use a lot of them. What colors does this one come in? Reddish brown as well. For 20 cents. Let's try one of each and see how it works. Let's try, we'll do a kind of a two-pronged thing. Do one side, then test the other side. This one's gonna have to be upside down though, so that may be an issue. Although I could put tires on this to keep it from sliding and whatnot. You have a window idea you really like? That's cool. Yeah, I like when you get stuff kind of stuck in your head and you're like, oh, I have to figure this out, see if this works. So I'm trying to decide at this moment what would be better, if this just kind of nestled in a stand, or if it was actually built with a stand in mind, like a UCS thing. Trying to decide what would be better. Honestly, I think having it built and then having it just kind of sit in it might be better. And if it's not going to be nestled, I don't need to do that. So let's stick with this guy. And we'll just build him as best we can apart and see how far these go. This is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So what do we get? 4 by 12 here. Do we get this in reddish brown? There we go. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Some other news going on. The new Star Wars game is out, Outlaws, and I've been playing it. I played a couple hours of it the other day, and it's not bad so far. It's a little not what I was expecting. It is very much a stealth game. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty well. And then we can put some things on this, like cheese slopes, to raise it up a little bit. Or, nope. Honestly, we could do this. But at that point, might just need a bigger... I wish there was a bigger one of that gradient. This is too small. Or that's too... Yeah, I think this is all right. And then we'll tile this so we can do... do tiles. It's so the game is it's an Ubisoft game, and it's came out yesterday. It is you're the main character. That is of course you're the main character. It'd be weird if you were playing an NPC. You are this lady who is kind of, there's no backstory to you, so I don't know if they're going to show a backstory or talk about it or anything, but you kind of wake up in, that's good, we'll double that. And then we'll build underneath that. You wake up in a room, and this room is basically, there's nothing in it except you and your little pet. And your pet's name is Nyx, and he is a critter of some kind. And he looks like an axolotl. He's got the face things, but he's about the size of a cat, and he's furry. And he's got a big mouth, and he looks like a loath cat from Rebels. And he's very integral to your whole thing. You can send him to distract people. You can send him to steal stuff from people. You can send him to open or activate things. So he's very important. There's puzzles along your way that you can't really do without him. Let's do a slope. So he's very cute and a good part of the game. Hi, Greg. Happy birthday, man. You celebrating anyway? You treating yourself to something? Thank you for celebrating your birthday by being here with us today. So I like this. Let's just Can we duplicate it? Do I have any brown in here? Maybe just select brown. Okay. So we got 2 of these. We'll put these. How far apart do we want to put these? Say about this far apart. I already had my birthday dinner, early birthday dinner. That's nice. Was it at Chewy's? I don't know. I know people like Chewy's, so I was just guessing. What long bricks are there? 1 by 12. Can we get that in dark brown? Sure. Tia Juanita's Fish Camp. Okay, we need it to be... Let's do that. So this will leave a little area on the bottom of that we can put stuff in. This will be black. I don't know if this is the most common tire or not. I think this is one of the more common tires. Maybe this one. Probably this is the newer one, so let's go with that one. And this can go... I think I could just do a plate. A round plate. That. I'll have to test this to make sure, but it should keep it from sliding around. So we'll duplicate that. Actually, I don't need that many. I just need a couple. We can move these guys right there. There we go. All right. Actually, I think what I'd rather do is that will rock. That's going to rock back and forth a little bit because they're sticking up a little bit. So, put these on the 4 corners. Put one here. And we'll put one over here. Good, good, good. What else are you doing for your birthday? You got a whole weekend thing planned? You're going to get some Lego? You're going to go see movies? You're going to see friends? Family? One year, I had a friend plan a surprise birthday party for me. And, my birthday's in June. And he, is that 8? Nice. Yeah, we want to see that too. Nope, wanted 1 by 8. So that year, I didn't do a ton of stuff. I think I went and hung out with a few people, or we went to a brewery or something like that. And then later, mid-November-ish, Beth's like, we should go to Canary Roost. I'm like, I'd love to go to Canary Roost. She's like, all right, let's ask our friends to go. I'm like, okay, cool. So it wasn't that big a deal. And she's like, well, ask this one guy. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't think he's going to go. He never goes. Plates. So we end up going, and there are like a good 20 some people there. All my people are there, and they're all surprised. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, happy birthday. And I'm like, my birthday is in June. And they're like, yeah, happy birthday. I'm like, okay. Because it was such a problem to kind of get people together. For the event. They, I want to kind of leave that out. I think I want to do something different here. The first time they could get, like, this was at a time when all the kids had like band competitions and marching competitions and stuff from like late August through September. And they wanted to do something kind of sooner to closer to my birthday, but we just couldn't work out the details. So the first time they could do it was like this random weekend in November. I'm like, I'm honestly very surprised because this is 5 months after my birthday. So it was very nice and very sweet, and I had a really, really good time. That's funny. My brother was born in 1976, and his due date was July 4th. So he was he was born June 29th, so he's only 5 days off of being a bicentennial baby. I was supposed to be born in August, but I was born in June. I was about 5 weeks early. Modified. I don't know if this color comes in. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Well, happy birthday, dude. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for spending your birthday morning with me. I appreciate it. I don't think these come in brown, and if they do, they're going to be expensive. Well, I don't want it to be white. This may be one of these where I think I do black here. And black here. Oh, you know what? I should probably raise this up a little bit. I think that was the point of doing this, was to raise it up. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, wow, that's done early. 25-minute stream, y'all. Done and done. Let's group it just to keep it all together. And then okay, that'll work. And then, yeah, I want to raise this up a bit. So this is a good start. This doesn't need to be here like this. So let's undo the grouping. Don't need to do that. Actually, let's just keep this all together. Move that out of the way. Now I need to get my tires back, because I'm going to lower all this. One of these guys out here, and then I'll delete these other ones because I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. All right. So that's the brace holding it together. Now I think we could do... Let's just do some 2x4 bricks. Those are cheap, and I probably have those. I don't even need to buy those. We'll volunteer some 2x4 bricks. So back to the Star Wars Outlaws. The game is reputation based. So again, you're this character that kind of wakes up, and it's not like you wake up not knowing where you are and have to figure things out. You wake up in a situation you're not really happy with your life, right? I don't know her backstory, but she's at a point now where she feels that she's better off being kind of a thief, small-time criminal, right? But you have to make your way in a world that's dominated by different crime syndicates, right? There's the Pikes, the Crimson Dawn, and the Hutt cartel, right? The Pike Syndicate, Crimson Dawn, and the Hutts. And the area, so you start off... I don't even remember what planet you're on, really, but you start off trying to steal something, and then you have to flee that place, and you live above this guy's bar, and he's helped you out, and you're trying to do one last score kind of thing, and you get caught and you have to run away, and so you steal a ship, and then you flee and crash land on this other planet, and on the ship is a speeder bike, so you take a speeder bike to this other settlement, and in the settlement there's a good mix of these three crime syndicates trying to take... each got their turf, and you have to go to each one and do like these missions that people give you, but every time you do a mission it impacts your reputation with the other cartels. So if you get caught doing a job for Crimson Dawn, your reputation might go up for them, but for the Pikes it'll go down, and that limits where you can go in different areas, right? So if your reputation's really bad with the Pikes, you can't go into their territory in the open. You have to sneak around. Like, you can still go to it, but you got to find different ways to like crawl through vents and sneak around and break in. And so far, I think the only way that, like, you can get shot and killed, but if you get caught, they just throw you out of their territory, right? And I don't know if that impacts I haven't played long enough to know what if you get, like, if just getting caught lowers your... Anyway. And then it's open world, so you can leave that settlement and go anywhere else you want on the planet. There's pirate things going on. There's other things you can do. There's salvage. Once you get your ship fixed, so where I'm at right now is I've got to do these jobs to get parts for my ship. and you run into this lady who's like, I'll give you some work to do. But I'm not the only one giving people work, right? So feel free to go get jobs elsewhere and see what you need to do. 12. Let's do plate 2x8. So it's not bad. It's a lot different from games that I'm used to because it's you can run and gun, but if you do, it's not as, you won't be as successful as if you kind of plan out your stealth a little bit. It very much relies on you utilizing your tools to break into places and things, and so you have to be a little more mindful of what you're doing. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I want to give this enough. I could just lower the sign from there. Okay, that's probably good. I don't want to get too crazy with it. So then I can get some more of these. Oh, I still gotta put the tires on the bottom. I gotta figure that out. It's fun. I'm worried that, like, it's Ubisoft, so everyone's like, I'll wait until all the bugs are fixed. And I'm like, well, I might do that, but I also, like, I just wanted a new game and it's Star Wars, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that right now. I don't like it because it's also got a season pass with it. So the game itself is $70, but then the season pass is $40. So you're like, and you can buy a gold package that's like, you'd save $2 whole off of it if you buy it together, with just the game and the season pass. So I'm like, all right, so if we do this, that's probably good. We'll just do that. They don't need to be hidden or anything. I don't mind if they show up. And then arch. I have an idea. We can do the arches here. Is that too tall? That's too tall. Or I can get rid of this brick. It's pretty good. Needs to be a little closer together. These I know come in this color because you make trees out of these. So we'll get this done quick, and then I want to possibly look at we can do some the hell just happened? Where did that piece go? Do some parts designer stuff and see if we can get a logo onto a onto the sticker. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. To put it on here so I can show them and they'd be like, oh, that looks great. What's up, Brett? How's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. How's your weekend going? All right, and that's, I think, as much as I want to do for this. Do I want to throw some tiles on there? What do you got going on this weekend? Six by six tile. 3x6. What is this wickedness? Oh, it has no things on it. I want this to be tan. Are there tan? Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to save this. And we're going to try Parts Designer and see if we can figure this out. Okay? So the first thing we need is we need a good logo, and I think this is a good logo. I think this will be a good... It's not very big, but it doesn't really have to be. I think that's too big. Let's see if we can get it to be... You know, and I hate using Google instead of DuckDuckGo, but let's see if we can find... size, large. I just want to be able to see if we can find something that's usable. How big is this? Okay, that's probably good. Except it's that established whatever. We'll see if we can make it work. So we'll save this image. Wait, let's go. Let's open it in a new tab first. Yeah, because I don't want to do that WEP file or whatever it is. I'm on wireless? Why am I on wireless? May lose connection here. I'm plugged in, but I don't know why I'm on wireless. So if the stream's been choppy, let me go check something real quick. Okay, well, says it's connected now, so I don't know why it's not. Sorry about that. I hope it didn't drop. It's dropping now. So it's reestablishing connection. I apologize for that. We'll give it a second. Still says it's working, but it says the bitrate is real bad. Let me know what you see in the video and the sound and everything. I have no idea. I may be able to pull up on my phone and check. not. Sorry about that. Okay, should be better at this point. I saw where it was dropping some frames and it was choppy, so it was renegotiating. All right, so this is good. We'll do. We'll save that image, and not as a web file. I'll change it. In the thing. So we go thumbnails. Go Lego. Save. We'll change this. Show file location. Just call this a JPEG. I like how you just change the extension. It's like, yep, now it's a JPEG. There you go. All right, so got that. We can close this because you have to close it or else you have to re-import it once you do. Is it better now? It says the drop frames have stopped, so we're gonna do part designer. It's not parts designer. I don't see if this works because last time I opened part designer, it gave me like a, yeah, I'll go ahead and update it. It crashed out on me, so we'll see if this works. I don't want to open an existing file. I want to create new. And we'll start from scratch. So what we want to do is we want to do a decal, and we want to open up Lego. There we go. And there should be an image in here. Huh. It even had... Oh, it's looking for PNG files. I don't know if I can just change it to a PNG file, but we'll see. .png. So maybe it'll show up now. Decal. Sometimes why I hate Windows. View extensions. File name extensions, because I think this is now a PNG JPEG. I don't want that to be that. I want it to be this. Yep. So now you're gonna open. So let's do this first. Let's do. I don't want to. What you want to do is you want to make your part, right? So we're gonna do a. We're gonna do that tile, right? So I've made this tile. That's a 2x6 tile, and we're gonna put a sticker on it. So we do decal, and hopefully this is in here now. There it is. And it won't show up. Okay, so that's great. I don't know why it's not showing up. I think you have to do maybe import. Delete. Import. Huh. It also may be because I changed the file name. So let's see if we can find, since this has to be PNG, so we can find one that's a PNG. I don't care if this is small or not. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Open link, no. Image, open image in new tab. PNG, perfect. Save image as. Perfect. Oh, was that in Lego? Yeah, okay. So now, back to part designer. Delete that. I don't like that I can delete it like that, but I can't delete it with my key. So now, do import. There we go. All right. So now I can stretch this to be whatever size I want. And I know it's not exactly that. I will have a friend print this logo on this tile, and it'd probably be a little smaller, but for our cases, that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to export to Studio. Let's save first. And then we'll do export to Studio. Part name, thundercloud tile. Don't need to put a BL number in there. That's the DAT file. So that's why you have to close Studio so it reads the DAT file when you open it. Okay. And so you find it under custom parts palette. So we should be done there. So now if we open Studio back up, this was super basic, and I realized it wasn't that challenging of a stream. So I don't know what we'll do now, because we're done, basically. But if you go into here and do your palettes in here, you can do custom parts. And it should list all your custom parts that you've made. So, like... Oh, it doesn't show up. Interesting. But you can see, like, the tiles that I made for the Vlasic space. So these are all the tiles, and then here's the Q2 thing that I done. I thought it was the same process, but maybe it's not, so we'll have to go back to that. So let's close this. Don't save. Open part designer again. Missed a step somewhere. Yeah, I thought I already updated this. Why is it not? Oh. That looks great. I don't know why I didn't do that. Save. Export. No, wrong one. Studio. Thundercloud. Thundercloud tile. Let's just do tile, so just in case. Okay. So let's close that and reopen Bricklink, or Studio. I think that checkbox was maybe it. I'm not really sure. So let's do custom parts. There it is. Can I color it tan? Perfect. So there you go. I don't like necessarily that these are just held on by ones, but it's just gonna sit. So I think that's good. I'm gonna do a quick screenshot. And send it to them. And then what do you guys want to see? I've got flowers. Or we could... Oh, you know what? I'm going to kind of pop open the Q2 Stadium while we're in studio. There we go. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. All right, so I'll probably end up ordering the whole thing and then they reimburse me, so that's fine. All right. Cool. So the next step, once we've got that done, is I'm just going to assume that everything's going to be fine. So I'm going to come over to Bricklink, and we're going to create a want list and see what it looks like. Thank you. Appreciate it. Anybody going to be doing the ordering or participating in the Bricklink Designer Program? Oh, September 1st releases. There wasn't a ton out. Did anybody get anything for September 1st release? Did you go to your store? Did you order anything online? Oh, so congested. Like when you can hear it, your own voice, you can hear it. It's really bad. I don't need this anymore. And I don't need that anymore. Well, I'll keep that though. And I don't need that anymore. I don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. I got approached by Wonder Health Services because they were doing a and I don't know why they didn't write back. And even if like a thanks, but we'll go with something else. I don't need this anymore. I don't need that anymore. And they so all this, I was just getting rid of all that because I want to be able to do a new from this. I get a commission request kind of thing. Or we'd like your group to show up to our event and do some Lego stuff. So I have to I went through this giant email with them about okay, what were you looking for? What kind of project did you need? What kind of activities were you looking for? And I kind of laid it out for them, and they're like, and if you could, we're thinking of building our logo, which is 4 or 5 colors, really big at the entrance, right? I was like, okay, so if we just bought 2x4 bricks, if you're looking at, and I kind of built it in, I think I built it in here. Save. Let's save that. Did I do... I may not have. Anyway, I sent them something. I kind of did a quick and dirty mock-up of their logo with the bricks and was like, all right, just a rough estimate. This is how many bricks you're going to need for something that size. This is how much it'll cost. If you want people there on site, since it's not like something we, kind of an appearance fee thing, I was kind of pushing back because I'm like, big healthcare industry. Versus like me going, hey, brewery, let us do a Lego thing at your event. And they'd be like, okay. But if like a big healthcare company comes at you, you're like, okay, let's see if they'll pay us for this. It ended up being like $1,500 or something like that, parts and having people appear, and I didn't hear anything back from them. And it kind of upsets me that that's still the thing. Like even with Lego, that I feel like I'm back in the art world where you have to explain that your time is valuable and people are approaching you because they know you are a professional or they know you have the skills needed to do what they want, and yet they refuse to acknowledge that you get paid as a professional. Like if I was just a media consultant, or if I was a copyright editor, or if I was some kind of lobbyist, contractor lobbyist or something, they wouldn't bat an eye to pay me low 6 figures, high 5-figure, yearly contract, or however much, $400 an hour or whatever. But because it's a kid's toy, or because it's a comic book, or because it's, goofy drawings of something, then they're like, wow, you should do that for free. All right, so we've signed in. I'm going to upload custom parts. They will not be added to the list. I have 2 custom parts? Okay. I don't know what custom parts you're talking about, but okay. Thundercloud 1. That sounds like a military, like when they're doing a battle or an operation. It has an operational name. I don't know what other custom parts I had in there. I had that one. No bricks. Just looking for exclamation points. There we go. Oh, man. This is this thing again. Okay, this is this thing that bothered me. I had another model that did this. This is a 1x2 plate. 3023. And if I come over here and do plate 3023 and I color it black, no. So I have to come in here and I have to replace it. And there's another one over here somewhere. It doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't like it. It's so weird. Like I've had this with almost all my microfighters. Okay, that thundercloud tile, I get that. Yeah, I get that. I'm trying to find what other custom parts might be in here. Didn't realize I was doing steps. And here, yep, here they all are. Hide. Well, the logo is the other. I guess it's part of the tile isn't a custom part. I thought the whole it's like a printed piece, right? This is so dumb. Is it the same color? To do this with all these pieces, I don't know what happened. All right. don't even know how to get in there. So this might be part of the update process where they are removing duplicate parts, but I think they effed up on something in their database. I was hoping, because there was just another update for this recently, I was hoping that would get fixed, but apparently not. And I don't know if this exists around the front here too, but I bet you it does. Yeah. What's up, Mayo? How goes? I realized that I was looking at this going, where did the stand go that I was building? And then I realized that it was all hidden. Okay, so let's verify this again. That's not going to be there. I should have hidden that in the... Where is it? Hide. Is it a 1x2? I wouldn't be so mad about this, like changing, if it didn't screw up your want list. What's up is I'm exhausted for Father's Day yesterday. Are you a dad? Are you celebrating your dad? Father's Day in the in Australia is September 1st. It's interesting. 1x2 plates. Where are you? What 1x2 plates? Oh my God, really? And they're gray too. First Sunday of September. L. Nope, don't hide it. I need to delete those two. Okay. Any other 1x2 plates in here giving me problems? Yes. Look at all these things. Where? See, I wish I could just replace all these, but I can't. Maybe I can. See, and here's the other problem. Because it thinks it's a 1x2 plate, it won't replace it. Because it thinks it's a 1x2 plate. But if I don't replace them in here, when you upload the wish list, I don't think they show up. So you have to come in here and replace all of them. Let's see. Also, This being in different steps is really bothering me. Everything just needs to be in one step. I'm not making instructions for anybody. Where are the first two? Oh, because, there we go. Get rid of these, so everything's just in one beautiful step, so I don't have to go hunting for it. Well, I was going to do something else, but I guess this is what we're doing now. I don't even know where that is. Let's do... I'm just going to hide everything that's not 1x2 brick. Maybe I can see everything easier this way. Or 1x2 plate. I can't really see what's going on. There's one. Don't want to replace. There's another one over here. Okay. Where's the other ones? So what's going on in your world, Mayo, other than resting from Father's Day? What's up, Cliff? It's good in your world today, man. Happy Labor Day weekend. Okay. What is causing problems here? Can't really see. Oh, that's because it's yellow. What color is that? Yellow. That's yellow. Editing a big changes, big plans video. Nice. Ugh. Okay, so now it's just the rest of these tan ones that I gotta hunt for. Not showing up. Oh, that's why they're in here. Okay. Is that a confliction? Why is that conflicting? Oh, please tell me this doesn't work. This works still. Okay, that's fine. That's one of them. I think there were more in here. Hey, whoa. Hey. Nope, not in here. Alright, guess not. Back on the side of the conning tower you go. Where are your friends? Okay, so this guy. So I'm also listening to an audiobook that's a science fiction story. It is by Becky Chambers. It is called the Wayfarer series. I'm on book 3 of, I think she has 5, maybe 4. But they're pretty good. They're very world-building and kind of very forward on the social justice kind of thing. They're very inclusive. They're very, for lack of a better term, woke. They only because there's a lot of kind of narrative around the different aliens in the universe that humans have had to deal with, and like how they deal with kind of like their genders and their interactions and their societal norms and things like that. So it's a lot of talking about that. It's almost like the author built this great universe and is just like telling stories to illustrate how the universe is handled, right? So it's not a lot of... There's this other one over here. It's not super plot driven. In fact, this latest book, I'm getting a little bored. It's an audiobook even, so I'm like, all right, let's go. But I'm trying to suss out, like, it's 4 or 5 different stories and how they kind of maybe will weave together. I get the idea, like I'm getting an idea of how they might interact based off the characters' actions and reactions to things and kind of their internal monologues or internal communications and stuff. But like the first book was pretty easy to suss out. It was a crew of a ship that needed to do a mission and kind of like what happened to them. The second book, honestly, I don't even remember the second book. It was more about like, it was a focus on AI and kind of the struggles that this AI had with its own kind of place in the world. So they're interesting. They're very good explorations of that kind of thing, but it might be a little too progressive for some, and it's a little... It also may be different if you read it. Like hearing the audiobook version of it may be different too, so... The alien version of my stream would be called Real Whole Slime. I think mine would be called like... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something like space trucker related, because that's the first Alien movie is just a space trucker movie. All right. So if we were to do this now, we'd go. I don't want. So let's not do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's just forget that we've got it. Hopefully it didn't upload anything. All right, good. It says it has 2. Let's see if we delete this. and then do it if it says you've got 2 custom bricks. It doesn't. So you must maybe right, Missy. I guess the part and the image are both custom pieces. So proceed to verify items. Quirkshin and Zik. Pretty much. And don't get me wrong, the alien creations in this universe that this author has created are very good. They just are, it's one of those where if you're watching a movie with aliens in it, and a book has a better opportunity to do this than a movie because you only have 2 hours. Like if you see like a really weird alien, not like a Bajoran, right, that has like a nose rubber band on him, and you're like, I can kind of suss out what a lot of your deal is because you're pretty much human, right? They always do that in Star Trek. They're like, I have no idea what Bajoran physiology is like. I'm like, they look exactly the same. Like, I know there's different organs and stuff, but they look exactly the same. Surely you could take some guesses. But if it were a ball of slime, like, what would you do with that? Or an xenomorph, what would you do with that? All right, so we got all that added. So this is now an official part list or wanted list. So I don't want to do buy all. Let's just do easy buy, see what it looks like, even though this isn't going to be what we end up doing. Because easy buy won't look at your preferences. It'll just kind of try to get it from everywhere, including overseas. So this is all also telling us like how many parts and how many total parts. It says based on your location, so it'll try US stores first, but if it finds stuff cheaper elsewhere, it'll go elsewhere. It says 993 total parts. That jives with that. This is taking a bit. I don't like that. Italy, Germany, and 2 in the US. So you're looking at a... All right, I'm keeping an eye on it. It might be my internet. There's nothing else in the house running, but I'm dropping frames again. I didn't disconnect, so I didn't lose my Wi-Fi. The music didn't get interrupted. So we'll give it a second. I'll just wave at the camera. Hi, hi. Wait till the dropped frames stop. Oh, it looks like it stopped. Should be okay again. Sorry about that. I really need to get a hardwired drop in here, but I don't know. Sweet, thanks. All right, so what I was saying before whatever happened. I want to keep all these orders in the US because it's just faster. Also cheaper per shipping. Also, I was talking about sourcing the parts out of my own. Like, I probably have a good number of these parts. I probably don't have a lot of green. Green just seems to be like a really hard part to get. But like some of these are super basic parts, but they're paying for it. So, all right. So if I do buy all, I'm guessing this is gonna be about 130. But again, with shipping, because the last one was 118 and I added a bunch to it. I don't really care about favorited right now. Do we want to get some coupons? I don't think I have any coupons. All right, cool. Brick Vibe, as always, is always top of the list, usually. There's another one in here that I usually get stuff from. But we'll see what, yeah. Yeah, it could be an old Ethernet cable. The Ethernet cable, the problem is the Ethernet cable I have is missing the clips on them, so they just are sitting in there. 133, okay. So... That's probably okay. I'll create all these carts. And then this is going to be... So let's now go look at the carts. Oh, what's our problem here? Shipping and handling's not too bad on all these. What's the problem with this cart? A minimum average lot of 75 cents has not been met. See, I don't know what that means. Minimum average lot price. I'm ordering a lot from you. Just give me a code. Yeah. He and I worked together on a couple of things, microfighter related, but nothing really. I still think some of my stuff's on their site. I haven't heard or seen any like residuals or anything from it, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Minimum average lot value is of 75. Well, that's a you problem. If your parts aren't 75 cents, I don't understand what that means. Minimum average. What's up, Walter? How you doing? Yeah, I want to talk to him about it because I'm spending money with you, but I don't understand what the minimum average. Because that to me feels like you're not buying all my expensive parts, so I'm not going to sell to you. Please buy my expensive parts. It's like I'm sorry that I'm buying all your 14-cent parts. Let me message them. Subject. Minimum average part code bypass. Greetings. I'm doing a commission build for someone, and I've got a cart on your shop with about 50 bucks worth of parts, but they're all low price parts. Would it be possible to get a bypass code for the min av? I appreciate it. And if they don't, I'll just be like, fine, I'm never shopping from you again. Enjoy your weird life. And that's that. So I'm going to wait to hear back, and I've got these codes and everything. So we're done with this project for now. I'm going to close all this up. I'm going to close all that up. I'm going to close all that up. Minimize that and come back here. And we're done with this. So I'll go ahead and save it. So next projects I really want to get into is, and I think I'm going to start doing this a little more in the off time, is back into the Q2 Stadium, because I really, really want to get this done sooner than later. And it just seems like I am not doing a very good job of keeping up with it in my off time, because my off time I'm spending watching TV and playing video games versus doing stuff in here. I feel like I'm only doing Lego when I'm streaming, which is not good. I should be doing more stuff in here. So yeah, so we're going to work on that. All right. So last we were here, I was debating how to make this stand up, and also probably just wrapping this whole section around the side, and maybe just kind of setting that up and building from there. Well, it'll be easy enough. Yeah, Walter, it'll be easy enough to, like, if they say no, I can't do it, then I say delete that cart, ignore that shop, redo the buy all, see what happens. Because I don't. Life's too short to have to deal with people who are like, well, you can only order from me if it's minimum 75 cents per. Like, if I'm buying pieces that are 75 cents on average, like I'm not saving any money at your shop. The whole reason to buy secondhand secondary market stuff is because it's cheaper, right? If I wanted to spend that much, I would go to Lego. Some pieces are more expensive than others. Others are very cheap, but like on average, if you're asking for 75 cents per part, I'm not buying 20-year-old parts. They want to sell sets is the problem. It looked like they had a lot of sets. And my guess is they're not going to get a lot of orders, so they can go kick rocks. All right, so this seems to be a pretty good, like, I don't have a really other good way to elevate this. I think, can we get Duplo bricks? I say Duplo bricks are good for this kind of thing, but I think Duplo are kind of expensive. And I don't think they're listed in here. I don't think you can get, I don't think Bricklink or Studio includes Duplo bricks. But this would be a great use of Duplo bricks because it's going to be stuff they can't see. The problem again, and I'm going to show you the stadium here. Okay, don't need that anymore. Don't need, I'll get back to all this. Okay. Q2 Stadium. Again, and I hate to be this guy, but I may go to Google search. So this is an actual world, I think, view of the stadium. So if you look at it from this angle, you can see what the problem I'm going to run into. And this is the same issue that I had with the smaller version. This is a really good indication over here, this side of it. I don't know if you can kind of see it through the chat window there, but this is an amphitheater. There's a stage over here that you can't really see. All of this leads up to here. There are stairs below here that lead up to here. This is all sloped over here. The gradient of the stadium kind of goes like this, and then they've dug out the field, the pitch. So the stadium comes up to a certain, like, it rises to like a middle concourse area, right? This sidewalk here goes all the way around. You can see it over here. This level right here, all the way around here, comes all the way around here. This is one walkway, uninterrupted. And then from there, it goes down into the field. It doesn't go down far. It goes, 15 rows, something like that. So it's not a huge hole in the ground, but it is still a hole in the ground. And so when you're building it, you have to, like, I can't, unless I was to build, so like if we're looking at it like this, right? I would need to build like this whole area around it to make it so it doesn't look like it's just this wall of brick right next to it. But I don't know how else to do that. So unless I'm building this whole landscape, this is part of it. I could build that, or I could design that, right? And maybe this parking lot and this little grassy area over here, and this is just parking. There's nothing over here, right? This is just a walkway. So do I want to build just this building part of it? Which I think the answer is probably, yeah, that's probably all you want to do. Maybe this little deck area and walkway. At what point do you cut it off? Yeah, some stores may be doing that. They're just like, I'm just using it to keep track of my own stuff. I'm not really wanting to sell it. Well, and the other thing is, cracks me up. It's like you could look up a set on Bricklink, and it's a new sealed set, and they're not the only one selling it, but they're $20 more than another place doing it. It's like, you either put this up there and forgot about it, or you're not really keeping track, or you're just trying to get people to spend extra on this. It's like selling it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay for $10, $20, $30 more than what everybody else is selling it for. It's like you're trying to get that little extra bit out. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, it's like either build the whole thing up, which, you know, you've got to add, then I've got to add, if we're looking at the angle a little bit, kind of like this. And you can already see from here, like, how this doesn't line up really well. This is a lot taller, and I can't make the seats taller than that. So this is another reason I'm having problems with this. Because this is a pretty good comparison angle right here. What if I want it like that? A little bit. Right. The field's kind of like that. There, that's good. And you can see how much taller these letters are than these letters. But I don't know how to make them taller. I can't force them to be taller. They're already, unless I put another layer of bricks in between there, or plates, which is possible, but it may also change, like, I don't know. So let's see if we broke that up. Submodel release. This is all. So then you'd have to take like a whole section here. And you'd have to put a plate in between everything, which might help because then I could extend. So that's something to work on next. And again, this is going to be something that I want to build as like maybe one big unit or a couple big units that just kind of hang. So they'd be on like bars and clips, right? So they can just hang. And then I would build the brick up to be at an angle that just it hangs a little bit. So I'm not worried about like building up at a slope. Plus, if I put other plates and stuff behind here, it would help kind of shore this up a little bit. So I don't want to get like, it's getting really crunchy, but we'll see. So let's just take a section and see what happens. Let's take this T. Let's see what happens if we do it with the T. So I'm going to take this T out. Actually, I'm going to have to do the whole thing. I wonder how it'd be how much easier it would be if I just did it. Let's do 6s, because 6s will overlap at some point. We have a seller in Portugal that is minimum order of 99 pounds and his prices are really high, or 99 euros and his prices are really high, but he is one that has almost everything. 99 cents or 99 euros? Like, what's the base unit of a euro? Like a penny is to a dollar is to a penny, as a euro is to a 99 euros, but that's like $100 or 130 bucks at this point. This sounds like a Ghostbusters song. This is the song from Ghostbusters. Oh, so it's cents per euro still. Okay. Yeah, this is the... Making the day, saving the day. Driving me insane, saving the day. Anyway, sorry. All right, so let's try. Let's just see if we can move this. No, that didn't work. What way do we want to move this? Up and over. And then we fill this with, this is going to take forever, plate. I could do 5. That would guarantee it would be staggered. Does 5 come in gray? I think 5 comes in gray. Don't even know where this plate lives now. Where is... Oh. I still had 1x2 selected. Yes. Okay, cool. When I want to order pieces for the microfighter, he usually has all the pieces, but order normally is around 60 euros, and if I have to go to several others, it will cost 20 euros all the pieces. Yeah, that's no good. That's no fun at all. Huh. Well, 1x5s are going to be more expensive. Let's just do 8s. Where'd that plate go? Just disappeared. I agree. Sometimes it feels like, you know, hey, if you don't want my money, that's fine. I won't buy from you. If you're going to make a point of like being obtuse and expensive about it, then I don't want to deal with it. Nope. Let's start from this side. So Beth is not here today, and I'm looking forward to, once we're done streaming, to going back and playing my Star Wars game for the rest of the day. I should probably do some chores too, but this is going to take a while to do, and I'm not going to be 100% sure that it's going to be the best method to do it. At this point, I don't know why. I'm looking for a specific way to space it so it looks the same way as it does on the stadium. Without having it just be a plate. If I did a plate, it wouldn't look right. I've tried. It just doesn't look right. So this is... I know this seems complicated, but I think this is the best way I can do this. And I think I have to go over here and do all this over here too. So we'll get to there in a second. If you've watched the process up until this point, you've got any ideas, I'm all ears. I have to keep in mind too that at some point I have to build all this. So I don't want it to be so complicated that I lose my mind trying to figure out how I built all this, but at this point I've been working on it for a very long time, and I'm still at it's proof of concept phase, and I need to get past that. I need to be able to like say, yeah, this all works and it all fits, and now it's just I gotta build it. So come do the same thing over here. Let's see. Are there any movies that are out that everybody's watching? Anything you're excited about seeing? I know that there's been like a lot of anime things that are coming out soon, or animation. Oh, Rings of Power started up again. I watched the first 3 episodes of that, and I know I'm probably going to be a Rings of Power apologist, but I enjoyed it. I just like seeing kind of that story being told. And I know people are kind of up in arms about it not being canon or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of, it's fine. The actors are all doing an amazing job with it too. So that's fun. Let's see. House of Dragon is gone for 2 years, so that's kind of a bummer. Until it gets to season 4 now. Or season 3? I forget what season they're on. There's gonna be a new Arcane, so that really rad show based on League of Legends. That was like, you don't ever have to have seen League of Legends to appreciate this show, and you don't. It was magnificent. It was really, really good. That's got a season 2 coming. There's a new Transformers cartoon either out or coming out. I can't tell if it's a movie or if it's a series. Transformers 1 or something. There's going to be a Lord of the Rings cartoon coming out in December. The War of the Rohirrim. Which I didn't think was a story that I wanted told. I'll go see it, but like, what about the War of the Wrath or the Fall of Numenor or something like that? That was kind of more stuff that Tolkien won't allow, Tolkien's estate won't allow us to kind of play with, to tell stories about, so that's kind of sad. Alright, so we can get all of these. I don't want that. I don't think I want that. There's so much more coming out now. I can't remember. There might be a Castlevania cartoon, like a 3rd or 4th season of Castlevania. So that'll be fun. What else? Don't think there's any Ghibli stuff. There's a new cartoon. There's a new CGI cartoon movie coming out called it's to do with a robot that is taking care of a duck, and it looks adorable. So we'll probably go see that. I was given a couple anime that I should try to watch, so I might try to give myself some time to watch some anime. Do I Do I want to do 6 here? Let's do 6 here. Yeah, this is just going to take a little bit to get done, sadly, because there's a lot going on. But it'll at least let me see if it's doable and if it looks okay. If it looks completely stupid, I won't do it. Let's see. We got a message back yet? Yeah, okay, so here. See store terms. Due to high cost of labor to pack orders, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, blocking that guy. All right, well, I'm not shopping with you, so let's go back. That's unfortunate. So, ignore that store. Can we ignore that store? Ignore this store. How do we ignore this store? Big Little Bricks. Sorry, if you're watching this later, Big Little Bricks, that's cost of labor. Okay. They're trying to be a certified Lego retailer, is what they're trying to be. I'm not dealing with that. Where is the thing where I say block this? I don't want to deal with this store. Feedback, maybe? I do not want to deal with you as a store. So first things first, we gotta go delete all these. I don't want to forget that it's that store. So first of all, I want to empty the cart. Back to shop. I've already placed one order at this store. That's really sad. And this was a lot of parts, too. So, sorry, person. I'm not buying anything from your store. Let's see. I thought there was a way to, like, ignore this store or something. Bookmark this store as dislike. Unusually high min average part count. Wouldn't offer bypass on large order. Okay, so the best I can do is dislike it. So if we come in here and delete all these carts, delete, and then redo the shop, and just remember to not do that. Thundercloud setup. Nope. Which sucks, because, you know, you want to support people, but if you're like, hey, I want to give you money, and they're like, I'm sorry, you have to spend... Like, I was like, $50 worth of parts on a Bricklink order is actually quite good. Like, I'm sorry that won't cover your labor costs, but I mean... It's such a like a constrictive way to do business. Exclude disliked stores. Okay, cool. So here we go. And also, I didn't select stores with lower than minimum buy. It should include any of those weird ass. Yeah, and I lose $4 on the thing. It's fine with me. Create carts. So if we go to carts now, they all look good. Grand total with shipping and handling on a lot of these is going to be determined. About 168. I will take this screenshot and send it to thundercloud with the stand now and the average shipping and handling cost. The total is now approximately, what was it? 168.64. 68.64. There's one shop that hasn't given their shipping cost yet, so it might be another $10. If that's still okay, I'll order all the parts as soon as I hear back. Usually it takes a couple weeks to get all the parts, and I should have it built shortly after that. Build. And I'm going to finish this email later because I'm going to include a mailing address because they're going to cut me a check. Once I get an exact total, I'll follow up with my address if you want to do a check. If you use PayPal or Venmo, you can use my email address. Thanks. All right. Oh, what's going on in the Lego Ambassador Network? Oh, that looks like something I shouldn't probably show everybody. All right. So back to this. So the idea of this, I'll go and finish this all later, but the idea now is that I think this is a good scale. It's a weird scale. It's not nanofig size because this is nanofig size. But I took the nanofigs off of here because I think it's just slightly smaller than nanofig. But I started doing like the buildings over here too. There's that. Don't need that. But again, I'm going to be at a point where I'm not going to know if I can do, if I should do this thing all the way around. So like, let's see if we can get an overhead view of just that. Oh, there's nothing holding that section up together. That's dumb. Oh, that's because it's in the middle of that one. Okay. Haha. Okay. It needs to be in there to hold those together. Nope. Yeah, with that shop, I don't need to, What's up, Get the Brick? How are you? How old's that store? Well, let's find out. Probably not too... I mean, they've got a lot of ratings. So... It looks like they've only been there 4 years, which isn't terribly long, but it's like right before the pandemic, right after the pandemic started. They've got good praise and everything. I just don't have time for 75-cent minimum average lot order. No, they want to sell sets is what they want to sell. And that's fine. If they don't want to work on selling parts, get out of the parts game. I just don't have time for it. Not saying the store is bad. I'm just saying I don't have time for their store. How you doing, sir? So I hope I didn't mess all that. So it looks like I'm putting plates across. I'm totally screwing up my, the whole idea of having that in place if these aren't holding that together. That's good. Okay, so now we can do... I just want to be able to, like, have... Yeah, that's good. So bonkers why it won't do that. What is keeping... Is it this thing that's keeping it? What is lower? Yeah, it's that. Oh, it's so big. It's so trying to... I can't grab this whole area. Raise that up. Get it off the thing. Yeah. See you later, Mayo. Now it should go together right there. But it won't because it's a base plate, and base plates are dumb. And I hate trying to line it up eyeballs because it will never be perfect. So other than doing this all the way around the stadium, I don't know of another way to do this. But building it like this will allow me to make it sectional. So I should be able to put it all together like this in cubes. So when you transport it, it's all... Because then on top of the... This is all walkway too, right? This is all going to be... so it'll probably actually be like 2 of these deep. So like... let's see... 5. Just to give you an idea, it's probably going to be... My computer's going to start slowing down here in a second. It's probably going to be more like this. No, stop it. Why do you want to go under there? I don't want you to go under there. And again, gotta raise it up because base plates are dumb. So it's probably going to be about that wide, right? So if you're looking at the field, you've got, there's going to be another section in here That's going to be seating section. Then this is going to be walkway, and then like on the back half of this will be like this will be walkway, and then the back half of this will be where these buildings are. So then the roof will kind of start about here and go to, you know, right about here, because it doesn't quite go over the field. But again, because I don't know what I'm going to do with this outside bit, and even if I did, it would still have to kind of build it off of there and have it kind of drift down. So it's just a matter of doing all this. You know, it's going to be a big build, and I don't know if the software is going to be able to handle it. So there may come a point where I have to just build it all by hand or something. Get a basic idea of how to do it. Yeah, and this will be a different angle, right? Cut it off here. God, it looks like it could go even bigger. Wonder if I could get a better overhead shot somewhere. Like straight overhead. There we go. It is complicated. I agree. 75 cents per lot is egregious. So let's see. This is the zebra entrance. That's the southwest gates over here. North entrance is over here. They call this the zebra gate because not because of the refs, but because there's a company called Zebra something or other that has invested in the stadium, so they call that one zebra. But this one, God, it leaves off just enough to where I can't really tell. So, but all the seating is covered, right? But it looks like the buildings peek out a little bit. So if we were to look at it like this, well, let's rotate everything. Other way. So I think that's the south stands. Okay. So we're looking at it like that. And it's hard to tell with the field. Also, I think my field is a bit long. It may need to be a little shorter. This is a good view. So if I take out a plate in here, maybe, that might help. Because that does look a little... I'm trying to eyeball this back and forth. Soccer pitches are notoriously wide, wider than they are long, but I didn't think they were that wide. It looks like if I took out one section and put in a 16 by 16 or 16 by 32 instead. So yes, Cliff, very complicated. But this is the large insanity that I plan on doing for the next few years. And hopefully get it in, get it built and put in the stadium somewhere. So I'm going to work on this in a different location. I'm just going to copy this and put it over there. Since it's roughly the same size, we'll adjust as necessary. A lot of these bits of construction too, like I don't have any idea if this is the right way to do this. If there's a better way to like build up stuff. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm waiting for the software to crash because we're up to probably about 6,000 pieces. And my machine's pretty good, but I think it's gonna get to a point where it's not good anymore. Probably should have done this square first. Yeah, let's... There's a guy, I don't know if you guys follow him or not. He's building a stadium, but he's building like a minifig scale stadium, and it looks really good. It's like Schlep bricks or Shlomo bricks or something like that. I'm gonna move this slightly out of the way. Line it up later. I'm gonna put this. I think that's all of it. Right here. Oh, look at that. It's afternoon. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm going to kind of wrap up. I'm going to try to get back into doing this a little more often. So, I know this isn't the greatest viewing on YouTube for Lego content, but this is kind of what I do. We'll do some more of this on Thursday. I think Thursday. I don't think I've got anything going on. So Thursday should be okay to get back into this a little bit. Maybe we'll do some more detail stuff that's a little more fun to do, like some of the seating areas or some of the buildings. But yeah, let me line this up and we're going to save it and then we'll call it a day. Cool. Save. 6,200 pieces, and I haven't even built any of the seats yet. So, there you go. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, your 3-day weekend, if you get that off tomorrow. Do something fun. Girls outside. Go see a movie. Go hang out with your friends. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. Take care. Have a good weekend.